The one nation, one poll, that is, in fact, something that had taken center stage in the national domain for quite a few days now, ever since its announcement took place earlier this year. And finally, we see a chance of it being tabled in the Lok Sabha. Let's take you right through the story and the details that have come in so far with regards to how the legislative procedure is to proceed with this very bill. Well, the move towards one nation, one election is gaining momentum with each passing day. A bill to amend the electoral laws to pave the way for simultaneous elections to the Lok Sabha and state assemblies is set to be introduced in the Lok Sabha today. Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024, popularly known as the One Nation, One Election Bill, is expected to be introduced by Union Law Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal around noon today. It could then be referred to a joint parliamentary committee, even if the bill gets passed by the parliament without amendments. That is, the earliest that the simultaneous polls can take place in the country would be 2034, given the logistics that have to be lined up with regards to the entire process. Again, remember, it is not an easy task to take up or rather execute on the ground level when we speak of just one election across a democracy as big as our own country. Let's break this down for you as to how this will proceed from here. This proposal isn't new. It was the norm in India until 1967, when early dissolutions of assemblies disrupted the synchronized schedule. Now the idea is being revived, with the government going ahead with the plan after a high-level committee led by former President Ramnath Kovind laid the groundwork, as we were just showing you the visuals. But what exactly does this proposal include? Let's take you through those details as well. It envisions simultaneous polls for the Lok Sabha and state assemblies, with local body elections to follow within 100 days. To make it a massive festival at a widespread scale is what we would metaphorically call it. To achieve this, new constitutional provisions such as Article 82A are being proposed to align the terms of all legislatures. This plan, in fact, seeks to bring coherence to India's electoral cycle and reduce disruptions to governance. However, implementing this plan is no small feat, as we are reiterating again and again. Logistical hurdles abound, from mobilizing election staff to upgrading infrastructure like electronic voting machines. There's also the risk of overshadowing local and state-specific issues with national narratives, potentially weakening India's federal structure. Critics fear this could centralize the power and marginalize regional voices. And what about the legal and constitutional implications of this? Significant constitutional amendments, again, would be required, including the introduction of Article 82A to synchronize terms. However, midterm elections would still be possible, complicating the goal of simultaneity. Single electoral roll for all levels of election has also been proposed, placing immense responsibility on the Election Commission. Finally, let's also take a look at the political divide on this very matter. While 32 NDA-aligned parties have endorsed the proposal, calling it a step forward to streamlining the governance, 15 opposition parties have also come together to vehemently oppose it, arguing that it threatens federalism and democracy at the same time. Critics have also pointed out the exclusion of regional and linguistic diversity in the public feedback process, further questioning the very proposal's inclusivity. Now, here on your screens is the process itself, the constitutional amendments, the steps that we just took you through as to how the timeline has been set for 2034 and what are the amendments that would be required, because it is a large-scale change that we will be seeing, a shift in the entire electoral process of the country at this given point. Whether one election in one nation will be a reality is something that we have to see. Again, the government has the numbers in the House, but we have to see how it will get implemented after the bill is passed. Because remember, this is not the first time that this very bill or rather this entire process is to take place in this country. One election, one nation, one election, as we call it, used to be the norm and the ground reality until 1967, when early dissolutions of the assemblies disrupted the synchronized schedule.